exciting opportunity. My name is Jasandra Gibbs Hope, aka Coach J Hope, and I am so excited to be here this evening to share an incredible opportunity I just found out about a couple of months ago, a little less than 2 months ago. I am getting ready to introduce you guys to someone who thought enough of me, respected me, believed in me enough as a leader to invite me to join her on a trip to Houston, Texas to check out an amazing company that you're getting ready to hear about. And so this wonderful woman in this industry, over 20 years in this space, her as well as the keynote speaker, they can be chat GPT'd, they can be Googled, they are documented leaders in the space. 20 years, almost 20 years as an educator. She is a athlete, former athlete. She really touched me with her work with the youth. She was a high school teacher, English teacher. And you know, high school is tough. I have teachers in my family, and high school is tough. And she did it for over 17 years. And so, in addition to that, when she pivoted over into the relationship marketing space, I'm not going to tell her whole story. I let her tell it. When she made that move, she made some power moves. I mean, she made some trailblazing moves in this space that was very, very, very respected in the industry. She is a trailblazer. I love her to pieces. You guys are going to enjoy hearing from her. She's a consummate businesswoman. She is getting ready to launch a personal development motivational project that you guys will be hearing about in the future. So definitely, you know, get your pens and pads out, you guys. This call this evening is definitely going to bless you. I'm getting ready to introduce you guys the one and only Miss Megan Lynch. Are you out there, my sister?
I am. I am. Can you hear me okay?
I can. I can hear you loud and clear. The mic is yours.
All right. Well, listen. Well, thank you so much. If you guys can, go into the chat for me, please, and just give me 3 sevens in the chat. I've been doing sevens forever because seven is the number of completion. And I truly believe that as long as we have breath in our body, it is never done, right? I never say, you know what, I've learned all I can learn, I've experienced all I can experience, because then that means I don't know why I would be here anymore. And I'm just not ready to check out just yet. So I do want everybody to know that I am so grateful for Coach Jay. We've been knowing each other. We've been in the same space for many, many years. We've been mentored by some of the same great mentors. But her energy is infectious. I'm so excited about being on this journey with her. So I am going to dive in. I'm actually not the main attraction today, though. And we're waiting for him. He's going to jump on. They had a power outage, and he cares enough about us. He's like, I will jump in my car and go to Starbucks or wherever so I can get power to be able to talk about this program. So I'm going to be introducing him in just a little bit, guys. We're not going to hold you guys up like I heard the young lady saying. You can be a million other places. You're cooking dinner. You got husbands, wives, boyfriend, girlfriends, dogs, cats, kids. You have a lot of things that you can be doing right now. So we don't take it lightly that you're spending a little time. So put a one in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, if you are really, truly ready to I always say, become the 1%. And the 1% will do what the 99% refuse to do. And a lot of times that is to continue to believe. So if somebody's taking notes, if you can type that word believe in the chat, right? And at the beginning of that word, it's just be. How many of you are just ready to just be authentically yourself? Right? So like Coach Jasandra said, myself, my twin sister, we launched 2 network marketing companies. Tens of thousands of people came into our program to learn financial education. I really think the missing link, Coach Jay, is a physical product. So this particular call today is about really one product, coffee. right? And most people know that I typically am not head over heels for products. I do love products, but this particular coffee product that we're going to be talking about is not just about the coffee itself. It's about what coffee represents. So when somebody asks you to go out for coffee, you know that you're going to be connecting. If somebody can write that word down, connection, right? There's a young lady coming in town probably next week, and I said, let's go have coffee and connect. Um, Now, a lot of you guys probably don't know that coffee is one of the largest grossing commodities out here. So I want to kind of point you in the direction of, I'm going to turn my video off in just a second. So hold on one sec. We're going to talk about coffee and currency, community and connection tonight. And I'm just going to jump in. I hadn't planned on doing this, doing like a very quick overview, but I know we're waiting for our guest speaker to jump on. But I also believe in currency. Is there anybody on here, just give me a yes or a no, that will be offended if I talk currency, if I talk money, right? Because in this climate that we're in right now, you know, it's a challenge. Everybody is looking to save money. There are a lot of people looking to start businesses, but then we're also in this climate right now of uncertainty where gas prices are going up. Food prices are going up, and everybody that I talk to on a daily basis, they talk about money, the fact that they need more currency. So we are going to give you guys an opportunity to learn about coffee, but I'm going to be transparent, right? Rise Coffee sold $300 million worth of coffee last year. It's a mushroom coffee, right? It's not a bad product. It's a healthy product. The taste for me isn't that great. But I started making my own coffee, my bullet coffee, so that I could lose weight, I could get healthy. And it was costing me a lot of money. Now, we just transitioned into a company called Connective because Connective not only has an opportunity for us to learn about financial education. They also have an opportunity for us to refer people, make money. If you want to do that, it's completely optional. Also, David Imonitier, who is one of the best in the game, Bass Grant, which you guys are going to hear from, they made millions of dollars selling coffee, millions of dollars. And I've heard their stories forever. But they just did $3 million in 3 months selling a healthy coffee. How many of you guys just put me in the chat if you are ready to really put the health back into the habit? And my goal for all of you guys is not only to get healthy, but you don't have to teach people about coffee. You don't. Now, Forex, crypto, we do DeFi, we do stocks and bond, all those kind of things, right? You have to teach people about that. You do not have to teach people how to drink coffee, right? You don't have to teach people about what coffee is. It's one of the highest grossing commodities out here. But the coffee I'm going to talk about today, by far, is my favorite product. I'm kind of embarrassed. Let me show you guys something real quick. I'm a little embarrassed to say that when I tried this coffee the first time, I, I I was like, okay, send it to me, right? So David overnighted me some coffee, and I have literally probably drank 5 boxes in 1 month by myself. So I actually have a couple of these boxes. Some of it's for my own personal stash. But what if I told you guys that we have an opportunity to not only get healthy drinking this coffee, but we also have an opportunity to share it. So I'm going to turn off my video for just a second. And while we're waiting for Bass to jump on, I am going to also ask a few of you guys if you have tried this coffee. Give me a testimony inside of the chat, right? And I'm typically not a product pusher, I'm a dream creator. My goal is to show people how to make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month, right? Not just being a coffee pusher or whatever, but whatever it is by branding yourself. So my twin sister and I started a company last year. We paid out over $1 million, and our goal was to help people brand themselves. Um, that's great. Most of the time, I was drinking coffee while I was thinking of all my hopes and dreams I wanted to get across. And when this product dropped into my lap, I was like, man, we have an opportunity to really truly share this with the world. So if you have tried this coffee, give me a testimony, a quick testimony inside of the chat, if you would. And for those of you guys, someone said I'm 65 years old and have detested coffee until last year when I tried this. Now I drink it daily. Yes, I literally was splitting my coffee in half because I was getting low and I didn't want to be without it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share with you guys. Um, they call it the Oh Wow coffee. One sip and everything stops. So it is truly one of the best tasting healthy coffee drinks that I've ever had. I do want to give a disclaimer because yes, millions of dollars of this product has been sold. Also in the company Connective, which is the company that we joined that is now distributing this product for us. They have had people make millions of dollars in this space. Also, this company is actually owned by a publicly traded company called InvestView. And InvestView is a penny stock. It's trading at a couple cents. But I truly believe with the addition of these particular products, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see that stock go up and you have an opportunity to actually benefit from being inside of this particular company. And Coach Cassandra, Zoom did an update, so the waiting room is on. So can you check it for me, please, and let people into the waiting room so I don't have to stop what I'm doing. There's a few people in the waiting room right now. So I do want you guys to know that this particular coffee came from David Emonetier, had a company called Envision You. Envision You did $50 million in 3 years. They had just added a coffee product and it blew through the roof. Well, David actually merged into Connected about a month before my twin sister and I decided that we wanted to merge into Connective as well. So I want to tell you, they brought their coffee aboard, and I'm so excited that they did. It's more than just caffeine, it's really a functional wellness drink. So I want you guys to think the old way of drinking coffee is going to Starbucks, spending an extra $7, $8 per cup of coffee. Now, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that wasn't a thing. People spend money on the things that they like. You can get a box of this particular coffee and literally for a couple dollars per cup, you can have a new version. It's called the Alive Way. It's clean energy, metabolism support, vitality. And I do want you guys to know that there's no sugar, no dairy, no soy, non-GMO, and it's gluten-free. And it's kind of sweet without the syrup. So there isn't any of the bad things inside of this coffee. You're truly going to be able to put the health back into the habit. Also, I think a really big thing is sugar. Now, sadly, in a lot of our communities, sugar is probably one of the worst things you can pour in your tank, and there's zero sugar in this coffee, plus 8 grams of protein. So if you are really looking to add something healthy to your diet, it's going to be this particular product. I will tell you too that this product can help to fuel your mind. So for those of you guys who are suffering from kind of brain fog, um, this is that product that is going to, I believe, start to eliminate some of those issues. It's clean energy, it's mental focus, and I can only promote products that I use on a daily basis. So I do want you guys to know that this coffee has a premium taste. It also has ginseng in it. It's an adaptogen, which is going to help you with your stamina. Pine bark is going to help you with your circulation. And then cordyceps. Cordyceps are the things that are going to help minimize your cortisol, right? It's going to put oxygen and endurance into your body. So it is going to give you that clean focus, no jitters, no crashes. Now, for those of you guys who say you don't really like coffee or don't drink coffee or it gives you jitters, my twin sister has had 3 open heart surgeries. She had one when she was 6 months old, one when she was 9, and one 7 years ago. Just from a birth defect, she's doing great. She cannot drink or take a lot of products because it will affect her heart. This is one of those products where she can drink this product daily and have no issues. So I always kind of judge products based on whether or not my sister can take this particular product. I do want you guys to know too, inside of this 1 cup of coffee You are going to have a beauty blend. So it's going to give you the collagen, which is going to help you with your hair and skin. It is going to give you its Dermavol. This is going to help you with skin clarity and protection. And then also it's going to give you your vitamin E and your oils for the antioxidant defense. So I do want you guys to know if you are looking to get healthy, this is going to boost your daily vitality. It's going to nourish your body from the inside out. Now, it also has pomegranate in it. Now, mind you guys, you're not going to taste any of these things, but pomegranate is great for digestion. Um, if you eat pomegranate seeds, you're going to have better digestion, but pomegranate seeds are kind of expensive if you go to the store. You're going to spend 7, 8 bucks trying to eat the seeds. It's inside of this particular product. So I love that as well. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Is there anybody out there that is looking to lose a pound or two? Just put me in the chat if that is you. If you are looking to kind of drop a few pounds. So I will tell you this, I spent the majority of my time as an athlete. I am 47, getting ready to be 48, but I was a college athlete. And being a college athlete, I was always kind of watching my weight, my digestion, my all of those types of things. Fast forward to being in my early 40s, I tore my Achilles tendon, thinking that I was still 20. And it completely changed my entire, you know, diet, everything. It changed everything because I was used to eating whatever I wanted to eat because I knew I would burn the calories. But when I tore my Achilles, it was really challenging. I will tell you guys that I have lost a total of about 22 pounds. Now, I was already watching my weight and I had gotten to about losing 12 pounds. But one thing I want to tell you guys is if you want to lose weight, you have to have the cordyceps because that's going to cut down on belly fat. Okay. It's inside of this coffee. Also, L-carnitine is going to be that fat utilization for energy. You also need MCT oils. So if you, and this is just kind of a health lesson along the way, if you're looking to lose weight, it's sometimes not about what you're eating, it's when you're eating. So let me give you guys a suggestion. If you want to burn fat and lose 10 pounds, try this, right? There's a thing called intermittent fasting. It's where you can focus on just eating in a certain window. So maybe you stop eating at 9 o'clock at night and don't eat again until maybe 12 o'clock the next day. Think about starting with this healthy cup of coffee. Here's the reason why, because there's MCT oils in it. MCT oils will help kick your body into fat burning mode because when you don't eat for a little while. And when you take that first bite, your cells are open. You got to make sure that you're paying attention to what you eat the first time that you kind of break a fast, right? This is going to be the product. So I drink this product in the morning. I drink it in the, kind of right before dinner because it helps with digestion. And I've drank this product in the middle of the night and I'm still able to sleep as well. So I do want to tell you guys, this is the ultimate cup of coffee that supports fat metabolism and appetite control. Also, here is the key to drinking this coffee. It comes in a sachet, which I'll show you guys in just a second. It's a little package. You want to make sure that you add the package to your cup first, and then add about 6 to 7 ounces of water, right? Because it's going to make your coffee taste better. Don't put the water and then add the sachet. It's sachet first, then add the hot water, and then stir. No brewing, no prep time. And there's 20 sachets per box of coffee. $3 million worth of this coffee has already been sold. You guys are going to be able to hear from Bass Grant, who has sold millions of dollars worth of coffee. He is the coffee expert, the coffee connoisseur. People are saying that this is probably one of the best tasting cups of coffee that they've ever had. So I do want to tell you guys, this coffee is called Alive. And I'm not even going to lie to you, my boxes just got here maybe about a week ago. So I was out of coffee for an entire week. And I will tell you that I could feel the difference. So the great thing is that coffee doesn't have to be a a bad product. People often think, well, I'm drinking coffee, it's too much caffeine. There are very natural ingredients inside of this product with over 30 superfoods. So, from radiant skin to weight management to all day energy, you're going to love this product. So, here's what Connective did. Not only did Connective bring aboard this coffee, they also have digital products as well where you guys can learn about the financial markets. And one thing you have to think about is that if you are trading in the markets, a lot of times they're trading coffee or oil or whatever. It's products that's moving the markets. So it's fitting that this particular product is now in the company Connective. So not only are there digital education inside of Connective, but you also get the benefit of having physical products. And they got a lot of other products that they're getting ready to roll out, but by far, this is my favorite product, right? The Alive coffee. So I do want you guys to know that this company is going to be doing a lot. I am going to check to see if Bass has made the call. And then I know we're also going to get a couple testimonies and some updates because Connective is truly changing. You guys also have an opportunity to not only drink the coffee, but you also have an opportunity to share this particular product as well. And make some really great income. So give me just a second. Coach Jay, I know we have one of your members who just joined who wanted to give a testimony, I believe. And then I will look in here and see if Bass is with us. And I also want to get a couple questions. If anybody has any questions in the chat, I want to give people an opportunity to ask a few questions before we hear about really how to get this coffee out to the world. So again, I will tell you guys that coffee is the commodity. Rise Coffee, $300 million in 2025. And that coffee was actually sold by everyday people like us, just sharing their experiences online. And right now, all you see is Rise Coffee. But I truly believe that as we start to get this coffee in the hands of as many people as possible, it's a sachet of coffee, right? I truly believe that we are going to rival that particular product as well. So, Coach Jay, are you out there?
I am. I am. I saw Bass on and then it popped back off, so you might be having some trouble connecting, but I just reached out to him again. But yes, I do have a new business partner on the Zoom who has an incredible story. Actually, he has a rise story he can share that just happened today. So, Lewis Wharton, are you out there?
Okay, I'm here. Thanks.
Hey, go ahead and share your couple of days. You only been with us less than a week. Share your a live coffee story with everybody.
Okay, so I said no at first uh, because I'm doing too many different businesses, so I didn't want to add another one. But I changed my mind once I saw that the coffee industry is doing 400 billion a year. Thought, well, maybe I better rethink that. And so I did. I jumped in. So today, I had a gentleman who used to sell another major brand years and years ago, 10 years ago. And so he says, so I drink coffee every day. I said, let me come over and show you what I have. I go over there and he's got this other brand. And I said, I heard of this brand, Rise or Rise. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I said, can I film this? And I took a picture of the coffee sitting on his counter. And he went ahead and drank ours. And he said, it's better. So he's in. And
I,
that's it.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
Quick
So they
story.
actually
That was
say,
it.
and welcome to the team, sir, first of all, but they
Yeah.
actually say once they try this coffee, if you're trying it, you're buying it because it,
I
it
like
is
that.
really, truly that good. And I was a skeptic as well, Louis. I was like, okay, send me the coffee. And then David's like, I want to film you opening the coffee. And I'm like, okay. But as soon as I did drink this particular coffee, I was like, okay. I was okay. Oh wow, that was my experience as well. So Louis, welcome to the team. And I know you have some pretty hefty goals of getting this coffee out. I think you said in the video 100 boxes of coffee a day you're wanting to push.
Yeah. My printer, who's printing all my materials for me, she said I need to sell 100 boxes a day to make $1 million a year. I said, then I'm going to do it. So That's my mission to do, and I think I could do it easily. It shouldn't even be hard with all I have at least 6,000 contacts in my phone, plus all the people they know. They don't want to sign up and do a business. I said, I'll just sell them. I said, I'll just deliver it one at a time. I don't care. I'm going to get that coffee out there. All right, thanks.
I love it. Well, welcome to the team. Thank you so much for joining us. And I know we have a lot of other testimonies as well, but Lewis, welcome. And I did see Mr. Grant is on the call. So give me a second and let me make sure I can bring him up as well. And I appreciate him so much. This gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, he really needs no introduction. He's been in the industry for many, many years, has made millions of dollars in this space, has helped people make millions of dollars in this space as well. And we're just so very happy to have him on. Bass Grant, are you out there, sir?
Yeah, I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. I see you in your car.
All right. Yeah, which we'll talk about that when we talk about this coffee as well. What a day! I mean, clearly this call started 8 o'clock. For everybody listening, I told Megan them give me some time because if you're here I'm in Apollo Beach, so about 4 o'clock, we're by the power plant. The power went off, so it knocked out about 1,017 people. No worries. But then they said the power was back on. Cool. So I'm back in the house, but the internet was still out. So I'm like, really? The internet's out? So I just told you right before the call, I got to go by the clubhouse, which I'm right in front of the clubhouse. And I'm saying this for everybody so you can understand that you got to have a lot of years of patience and understanding so you don't really get too combative when it comes to stuff like this. But I had to go get my key card to get inside the event, to get inside the clubhouse. Well, I've never done a meeting inside the clubhouse, but apparently if you're inside the clubhouse, there's a motion thing. And I guess nobody else really comes. So this alarm kept going off as I'm moving and I'm trying to get out of the way of it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it in the car. Just going to do it in the car. So I appreciate
listen,
you guys.
I've done many of presentations in the car, in a storm, no air conditioning. So we appreciate you.
Yeah. But, and again, I'm glad everybody's on because I had a full presentation, even though you did the PowerPoint for all the guests on the line, because as they know, I am the guy that does coffee. I love coffee. David knew when we decided to get back in coffee, that was my muse. We did very well in a company. As some of you guys may know, OrganoGo. So that was the coffee back in 2010 to 2017. My organization alone was doing 2.5 million a month. Okay, let me say it again for everybody listening. We was doing about 2.5 million sales per month when it comes to coffee, when it comes to people retailing, when it comes to people consuming coffee. So you got to remember, we had 47,000 customers, okay, in that time span. And the secret everybody want to know is what were you guys doing? And we just became very good at understanding coffee to also disseminate it, to actually get it out to people's hands. But we also found other ways to be creative because I knew in my space of network marketing, I love the industry of home base. So when a lot of people hear a lot of scrutiny and all this stuff here, and oh my God, you're doing home base, I'm like, what do you think you're doing right now? Besides in your home, if you work a job, you're in the same multi-level. If you are the boss and you have employees, that is multi-level. It's the same thing. It's just that some companies decide to do things illegal and we gave it an illegal, I guess, tonality to it. So just to kind of clear the air before I get into this information here is that something that may come off as negative when it comes to home base or network marketing, they call that a pyramid scheme. You heard before, just to kind of bring everybody to full circle. During COVID, y'all remember COVID? Okay. Make sure I'm seeing everybody. Okay, so we got some grown people on here. Y'all remember COVID? Remember when everybody was walking around coughing on everybody? Get away from me, coughing. And then there was these things that popped up. They called them circles. And I'm going to step on some people's toes. Y'all remember them circles? Remember them circle groups? And some of y'all might be saying, what are you talking about? Don't worry, just ask a friend. And for about, the flowers, the ocean, the sea, it was all, everybody became Captain Planet. Ocean, air, fire, rain. And I'm saying, wait, that's illegal. That's where it came from back in the 40s and 50s. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm in a legitimate. So the people that I was trying to show how to get to the other side of the money, whether we're doing coffee or services, were hitting me up to do these circles during COVID. But you know what? I wasn't a hater, Megan. I said, go make your money. Just understand that's going to implode because that's where the illegal came from. See, a pyramid scheme is something that has no product or services rendered. No product or services rendered. That wasn't a product or a service. That was gifting, the original. But hey, just want to throw that out there real quick before we get into this coffee money, right? So I told people, go get that money. And sure enough, as soon as COVID was over, so did those circles did. They imploded. And here we are still doing what I've been doing for 28 years, sharing the difference. So I'm bringing it back to full circle now to coffee. We did very well in coffee. But David knew when we launched the Alive brand, he knew people would remember us from the other company. And I said, yeah, we got to get a better coffee. And David said, as good as that coffee was, there was a few things, Megan, that people was a little bit apprehensive, okay? Now, again, we still grown folks. We talk about health. We're in health and wellness. That coffee had 10 to 11 grams of sugar. It was so good, people just didn't even think about the fact that it had 11 grams of sugar. So if you're drinking coffee, 2-3 cups a day, add it up. So when David said, I found the best, and not only is it the best batch, it has 30 properties in it, but it has no sugar and no creamer. So I started doing my research to see if there's any other coffee on the planet that has more than 10. And I didn't. I said, there's not one that exists. This truly is the world's best coffee. And we started to say that. And then we would challenge people like you that's on this call. And we would say, listen, we offer the world's best coffee. Because we know you drink coffee, because most of the world does. Try it. And if your palate likes it, let me know how many boxes you want. Oh, by the way, we're basically putting the ecosystem into your body. See, if you look at the properties of everything that Megan went over when it comes to pomegranate, acai, the acai berry, you have the prune that's in there, you have the cordyceps, you have okra, asparagus, you got the cordyceps. I mean, when you Google the 5 benefits of some of the things that's in this coffee, you see why people say it's a very high-end coffee. But we're the only ones that have it. We are the only ones licensed to carry this brand. So now with that being said, and for the ones listening, it's just twofold. If you're a guest on the line, this is a health movement. The goal is to put the health into the habit. You may not be interested in doing what we call the harvest side. Okay. You may not be interested in doing that. The harvest is plenty. The laborers are few. You guys know that. So you may not be interested in the harvest side that we're looking to do. Okay. But we do want to make sure we get the health perspective out there. So you owe it to yourself that if you love a cup of coffee and you was told you can't drink coffee, welcome back to the future. Welcome to the best coffee. You can consume this coffee. You can try this coffee, okay? You can drink it. We would never have decaf. So people ask me all the time, Bass, is it going to have decaf? I say, no, there's no such thing. Coffee, the way it came out of the ground when he made it, it was the way it was. There was nothing wrong with that coffee when it came out the ground. The way he created all this, that's the coffee we got. We got the coffee that came out the ground the way he made it. There's no such thing as decaf. And we added all the stuff that he made out the planet. We put it in the coffee. Okay? So let's get that part out of the way. So for everybody who's all about the health, welcome. We're not making any claims, but we know when people drink this coffee, they can sleep better. And all the 8 grams of protein plus is there. Plus we got the black coming. We've been doing all this. Those 3+ million in sales you mentioned, Megan, over the last several months, that was just with the Alive Latte. His big brother, the black coffee, is coming out April, May, any day now. Now let's talk about how you, and as you heard some people from a testimony, can actually make what we call some significant income. Because whether you understand it or not, we're talking about a beverage that's already made from a people perspective. People have been drinking it. See, people don't want to do sales, but I don't have to sell you water. I don't. No, point intended. The power went out. They don't have to sell me light. If the power goes off, look what I got to go somewhere to find light. Now the power's on, but the internet's not on. They ain't got to sell me how I need the internet, but I still have this. So you ain't got to sell me that. It's something I know we need. But when people want coffee, people love coffee. So how can you actually make a profit on something people have been doing before you met them? And not only can they do that, Megan, it was the best product for home base, for anybody that wanted to make a little extra money, for something that people are going to enjoy to do. That's why when people get started with me, they say, Bass, teach me. I said, I'm going to teach you how to move the coffee. But I want to sign people up. I'm like, that's training. That's why network marketing gives such a bad tonality to it, because people think you got to recruit people. I don't recruit people in coffee. I don't have to recruit you. See, I'm going to give you another example how coffee is. Our coffee is like your grandmother's red velvet cake, for the ones who had a good red velvet. See, my grandmother's red velvet cake, I would tell people it's the greatest on the planet. How do you know? Try it. And when you try it, you want to buy it. But everybody thinks their grandmother's the best. Why? Because they've had an experience. So I tell people, when people experience the product, when they experience the coffee, they come to me. They come to you. And I would tell people, that's how we was able to build such a large organization of non-traditional. People said I would never do home base. I did Avon. I did Mary Kay. I did this. I did Shackley. And here you are, selling coffee. Why? You bought a box from me. You bought a box from Megan or someone. You tried it. Someone saw you had it. They wanted to try the coffee. And they said, where did you get this? Oh, I got it from Megan. And then another person tried it. Where did you get this? Oh, I got it from Megan. And by the third person, you started saying, wait a minute now. I'm sending everybody to Megan. And Megan never tried to recruit me. Megan, let me ask you a question. Because I'm not saying I want to do this, but if I wanted to tell some people about it, is this lucrative? Yeah. You see how you didn't have to try to recruit nobody? They came to you. You know why? Write this down. Coffee has legs. At least this coffee does, because it's in a pre-brewed sachet. So it's portable. It's fresh on every cup. You ain't got to worry about it sitting on the pot for 10 hours in the office, burnt, tossed out. You ain't got to worry about none of that. All you need is hot water to brew the best. That's why when people try it, they want to buy it, okay? That's why when people try it, they want to buy it. So now it comes again. So what can we scale it? Well, know your market, okay? This is a business call, but I know we got business professionals on this call. We also got people who are in organizations. I've said it countless times again, and I'll say it also. There's no product from a standpoint of organizations, nonprofit, for-profit, that you can use that is better than coffee as something that's continual. That's why we call it the forever fundraiser. The forever. You know why? People drink coffee forever. So why are we selling popcorn? Nothing wrong with it. Why are we selling the world's finest chocolate? You know, they call it the world's finest chocolate. You know why? Because somebody believed it. It's all about what you say. We call it the world's best coffee. But the world's finest chocolate, I can't sell that every month because I want to have on my teeth. That's why it comes every other month or every quarter or once a year. Girl Scout cookies, they're not selling it every month. They can't. You can't do popcorn every month. You can't. How many car washes can you do? But you know one thing people do all the time? Coffee. So if I knew every time I bought coffee, my church benefits, I bought coffee for my church. If my sons and my daughters played sports, volleyball, and every time I buy a box of that product from the volleyball team, it's going to help toward them getting jerseys and travel, I know my money's going. Starbucks don't get my money, my daughter's volleyball team. If you're in home-based business and you want true residual income is doing something one time and getting paid over and over again. Is that still the definition? Residual income is doing something once and getting paid over and over again. But if I'm offering a product that people are already going to do over and over again because they've been doing it over and over again before I met them, because some people are addicted to it and some are in a good way, especially when it's our coffee. They're going to drink it till the Lord calls them home. Then I need to make sure I just intercept what they're drinking, that Folgers, that Maxwell House, that Bustelo, and let them drink our coffee. They drink my coffee. They see that experience. No jitters, no sugar, healthier. They can drink it at night. They're going to keep doing what? And then we got the good part. This company, Connective, publicly traded, has introduced a marketing plan that I'll get paid $25 every single time they reorder. For the ones on the call listening, because I trust me, I had a full-fledged presentation. And again, I apologize, but you can tell from my face that it's the Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong can go wrong. But they ain't gonna. I've done too many meetings that hey, no, you're gonna pivot. We're gonna still do a great call. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, great. But they implemented something I never had. I never had this in the organo company. Well, every time a customer reordered, I got paid 25. So if you're taking, I want you guys to do this here because this is a call, right? This is a I guess a grown person's call, okay, a business call. If you could put in the chat, I had to the T last I remember in that coffee company, 47,313 customers. This is 2010, 2011, 2013. So we didn't have a $25 fast start when they reordered, but somebody humor me. Somebody put in the chat because I want to know what is 47,313 people times 25? Because whatever that number is, put it in the chat so everybody can hear. All right? These people drinking coffee. They're not doing these calls. These are customers. Over 6.5. Look at that. That's one. So that's a million. That's 1.1, almost 1.2 million a month. That if it was here, this is outside of everything else. That's just residual. Guys, I was in that company from 2010 to 2017, 6 years. And I was not making a million, 1.2. But this company says we have it to where if somebody reorders coffee, they're going to pay you $25. I don't need them, Megan. I don't need them in front of a room talking to people. No, I need them doing the same thing they're doing. Go to Sam's Club. Come to BG. Come to BG. I got you. When you try it, you're going to be like, let's go get it. And once they try it, they're going to be on it. 25. That's all I need you guys to understand. Now, granted, there's many other layers when it comes to our company, the coffee. And this is the other thing I want you guys to truly, truly understand while we're on this call here is that I just showed you that the $25 we get. But the other thing we didn't have is we as a company as a whole, that company, we got that company to about a $2.5 billion evaluation. And it was private. $2.5 billion. No shares. Because it was private. So here, they pay $25 for people ordering coffee, 2 boxes, and this company is publicly traded. Is at 3 cents a share. So you telling me if I just duplicate a third of what I did, in this day and age where more people are health conscious, this is 2010. So people was wilding out. COVID-19 came, everybody got a little health conscious, so they're looking for the best. Perfect timing. So you're gonna give me that plus an opportunity that's ground floor, and it's at 3 cents a share. This is truly a generational play for everybody listening. Even if you don't want to, quote unquote, do what myself, Megan, and all of us are doing, think from this from a business person, from an investor. Do you want us to succeed if you bought shares? Think about that. I don't want to do no calls, Bass. I don't even drink coffee. Like me, I don't drink beer. Never have. Anybody will be up beer? But if somebody said, Bass, do you want stock in Coors, Bud Light? Absolutely. Why, Bass? People drink it. Especially if it's at 3 cents a share. See, knowing what you know now about Starbucks, if you had the ability to invest in it 10, 15 years ago, would you have done so? Well, you would have. Well, we believe we found something that's going to be much bigger because Starbucks never gave people stock shares that I know of. They wasn't giving people $25 saying thank you for coming in, but we will. If you just simply want us to succeed and you believe in just that, if you believe in the person that invited you on this phone call, that you say, I know that person, I know they're going to do well. And because I know they're going to do well, I'm gonna definitely promote the coffee because Bass said I can buy shares. And because if it's a success, if they do what they did in that previous company, they can get it to $500 million. It ain't even got to get to $1 billion. If it's at $500 million in 5 years, do you think the stock is at 3 cents? Mm-mm. I know. Yeah, trust me. That is why we're excited. And that is why days like today, where the power goes off in the whole community, now the internet's acting up, Now the clubhouse, the alarm is going off because it's motion. It don't even bother me. You know why? Because at the end of the day, people still gonna drink their coffee. Stressed, depressed, don't even matter. That's why I love what I do. So if you're looking for something different and you're on this call saying, let me be a customer, be a customer. Give yourself 7 days. Give yourself 30 days to try it. Like the person invited you, buy a box or two. And then try to go back to your other coffee. Just try for a week. If you're saying, Bass, I see the opportunity where we can grow it, we can scale it. It's ground floor, worldwide. And if you see it from that small other percentage from the generational play, that you can scale it at a higher level, like how we see it. Oh yeah, because what I was going to have on this call, Megan, before the technical difficulty, but you did an amazing job. Was there's people that I was going to have come on that I work with directly that make 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,200. Listen closely, that this is not an income claim. See, when it's retail sales, that ain't an income claim. That's receipts. They're making 1,500 to 2,200 every other week selling coffee. They're like, Bass, I'm doing this with the latte. When the black comes out, I'm going full time. I know you are. And they go to these events selling a coffee at $5 and $7 a cup. Selling iced coffee at $7 a cup, $6 profit. They're selling a box of coffee 50, 60. And people buy it up. Goo goo gaga. They try that coffee like they're expecting that price. Because when you say it's the world's best, they're not expecting no $10 box. Not the world's best. But what's all in it? Absolutely. So the retail sales alone, as I close out, the retail, that's the secret of what we do. That's why when people say, is it network marketing? You can choose to build a global team. But if you just teach someone in this day and age, especially with gas prices, people like gas. You know, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Okay. But while people stress about gas, you know what they're doing? While they stress about gas, they still drinking coffee. They still drinking coffee. Stressing about gas, but you know what they're doing? Still drinking coffee. So while you stressing about coffee, let me go and retail you the best coffee. I don't need you to join my business. I need you to switch your product. Change your coffee, change your life. Write that down. Change your coffee, change your life, because we're changing lives. And if you get strong in knowing how to retail without trying to sell, I don't sell. I retail and I tell. Retail. That's what's called retail. I'm telling you, and I'm retailing, this is the world's best coffee. You saw how I did that? You saw how I did that? I'm retelling you. I'm retelling you that this is the world's best coffee. I ain't got to sell you. Once you try it, your palate will say this buy. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate it again. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but I'm going to still get the recording and I'm going to still send it to people because Megan did an incredible job. The testimonies were fantastic. When we do this call again, okay, and we will eventually do another call, my purpose of even that call, and make sure if you're on this call, I want you to see here, we're going to do it again this month. All I want to have on that call, when I do it, I'm just going to have a bunch of testimonials of people. I'm gonna line them up, Megan. We're gonna probably do like a quick little 10-minute little overview. And all we're gonna do in that call, Megan, I'm gonna go person after person after person and say, tell everybody what kind of money you're making. Don't worry, this ain't a network marketing claim, because that's building a team. We're talking about retail. That's called receipts. Say it away. And I want you to tell it. They're gonna tell it. Yeah, I did this event here, XYZ. The next person. And I want to have enough evidence. So anybody else mentally thinking you can only make money recruiting, you haven't looked at this company. You ain't been connected with us. Not when it comes to coffee, okay? So thank you very much, Megan. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulties, but hopefully I was able to at least hear. I don't even know how long I was on, but yeah, I told you I hate doing calls in the car because I like to have my hands and I like to have my whole setup, but it's all good. We're going to set up another one, but thank you for allowing me to come on as well to pour into you guys, to once again convey the world's best coffee. And again, we are retelling you. This is the world's best coffee. All right, take it away, Megan.
No, I appreciate it. You know what? Listen, I love a PowerPoint. PowerPoints are great, but when you can authentically talk about a particular product, and yes, everybody wants to make money. It's about income and things like that. But when you find a product, and I'm sure you guys have products that you can't live without, right? If you're going to travel, if you're going to whatever, you're going to put certain products into your bag, into your suitcase, and because they may not have it in the, on your vacation spot or whatever. And, my coffee's empty most of the time. But and Coach Sandra knows, like, I ran out of coffee because I was trying to ration it out, but I'm doing about my 2 cups a day, feeling great. People have been like, "Oh, your skin looks really great," and I am very conscious about at 47, getting ready to be 48, about everything. That's because our bodies are not working the same. I don't know about you guys, but so I'm conscious about what I'm doing, what I'm taking in. So what I want to encourage you guys to do is, like, take your box of coffee and take a picture and put it in chat. I mean, just put it in chat GBT and then ask, like, this is what I did. So, hey, can you tell me what is so special about this coffee? They call it the Oh Wow coffee. Everybody's super excited about it. They've been selling millions of dollars. From the ingredients, what's so special about this particular coffee?
What really stands out is that it's not just coffee, it's packed with wellness ingredients. They've blended Arabica coffee with things like collagen for skin and joint support, L-carnitine for energy, ginseng for focus, plus vitamins and superfoods. It's designed to give you that daily boost while supporting overall wellness. So people are excited because they're getting their coffee fix and health benefits all in one.
Okay.
Wow.
I,
Wow.
Oh,
and all
wow.
I did is I just took a picture of the box. That's it. I just took a picture of the box, and I wanted it to pull out everything that was in the particular coffee. And we spend a lot of money just trying to feel better. Put a 1 in the
Right.
chat, guys, if you spend money trying to feel better. Because yes, money is important, but when your health starts to go, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And
And I want to say one more thing too, before you finish up. Yeah.
oh, no, no, go right ahead.
Okay. This is again for a lot of the guests on the line. This is also for the current business partners, but this is really for the guests who may have gotten on and somebody said jump on, hear about what's happening. I want you to do one exercise for me, and don't be shy because just the reason for social media is to be social. If you don't want to do this on social media, I tell people just don't have social media. But if you have a social media, particularly Facebook, do this not now. Do this in the morning. Just simple. Just right on your wall, nice and big. You can do like a little background, green, whatever, real big, and they say, "Hey, family, I have a question. I'm doing a quick survey of my Facebook friends, and be honest, who drinks coffee or tea, or who are my friends is a big coffee drinker or drinks coffee or tea, and if so, how do you drink it, black or cream and sugar?" That's it. So however you want to look at that, just hey, Facebook friend, this is Baz. I have a quick survey. Have to ask, who of my friends drink coffee, love coffee, and if you do, how do you drink black or cream and sugar? And watch
Yeah.
your timeline. I always tell people to do that, and you'd be surprised how passionate people start to comment. Don't you ain't got to say nothing else about the business. Don't even inbox or nothing. Just I want you to see what I already know. What I already know. Okay.
You know what, Bass, and I love that because it is simple. And if people start to pay attention, because I know you guys are probably here and there on social media, you're going to start seeing certain products pop up. And I love to watch some of those animated videos, but really $300 million later in 1 year, they really, and they actually, that Rise company, they actually made that coffee in their apartment and in their basement. And then all
Mm-hmm.
they did is they gave it to people, and it's not the best tasting, but people were focused on the health benefits of it. Now, one thing about this particular coffee, and I love the transparency from David, is there was one ingredient in this coffee before that could cause bloating. And before it was on the market, they took that out. And it took this product like to the next level. And the thing about the Rise coffee, it made me super bloated, kind of I just couldn't stomach the taste, and I could pretty much take anything if it's healthy. So I'm a firm believer. You didn't need a PowerPoint, Bass, because you know this particular product. And I want you guys to feel open once you do taste the coffee and you try it. If you want to get into the business side, just tell the truth. Like literally turn your camera on, because that's what they did. And there's young people out here making millions of dollars selling coffee. And all they did is turn their camera on and told the truth and said, this coffee did this for me. And see how many people hit you up when you start talking about the benefits of this particular coffee, and then do the math. Like I have a couple of these boxes, but there's 100 sachets in this particular box because there was a promo. But when you guys do take the coffee and you sample it out to somebody, I want you to think about $25, $25, $25. When every time they reorder this particular coffee, you have the potential to make some really great income because people are going to do it anyway. So Bass, I am grateful to have you aboard. Coach Cassandra, I haven't seen her as excited about anything but this particular product. And Coach Jay, do you want to say anything before we shut the call down?
I do. I want to thank Bass for taking time out of his busy schedule. I blow his phone every day.
Absolutely. I pick up every time. Yeah, anytime, anything you need, I got you.
I appreciate you so much. And thank you so much for delivering despite what was ahead of you today, what's happened to you today. That just shows your professionalism, but more importantly, your passion and your care for people. So we thank you so much. And I look forward to us doing this call this week.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Thank you so much.
Bass, we do a call Mondays, not on this link, but on the big team calls at 1 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. And typically you're on what days?
Thursday. And I do one is a wealth call, but my Thursday, 7:00 p.m. Eastern is my coffee call. That's the coffee. So everybody knows Thursday night. That's the coffee dog hour at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Well, I just want to say thank you. If you guys are new to the call, we would love to have you. If you have questions, get back with the person who shared the information with you. If you want to know just more of the health benefits, we can help you out with that as well. But I appreciate all of you. I'm limiting myself to 2 cups a day, maybe 3. So I can sell my coffee and not just drink it up. But I'm excited about this particular product and this opportunity and just the leadership that we have here. So thank you guys so much for jumping aboard. We would love to hear your testimonies once you taste this particular coffee as well. And, we'll see each and every one of you guys. We'll see you at the top. Thank you, Bass, so much.
You're welcome. Absolutely. Be blessed, everybody. You're welcome. Be blessed, everybody.
All right. See you guys later.